In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you how selling info products helped me quit my 9 to 5 and unlock ultimate freedom. And when I say ultimate freedom, I mean financial, time, and location freedom. And you see, this is me right here in college, maybe a couple $100s to my name. And at the time, I was working a couple different jobs periodically. I worked in retail, where I had a 5 a.m. to 11 a.m. shift stocking shelves. I also worked in fast food, where I was carrying food out to people as a server, essentially. And then here is actually a picture of me working as a lifeguard at a swim school. I did that for a couple years. And let's just say that doesn't really produce financial or time or location freedom in any regard. And this is me now, or at the very least, like when I started to find success. This is me having like a really solid week after finding how to make info product sales work. This is actually a picture of me in the Canary Islands, spending an entire month living there because I had time and location freedom and financial as well. This is me now, where most of my days are spent in these two cabanas right here where my cursor is, where I spend a lot of time working there every single day by the pool, spending $800 on steaks, getting a dog, living in Key West, Florida for a long period of time. And then this is a picture of me scuba diving in Mexico because we spent 6 weeks living in Mexico because of what info product sales has allowed me to do. And so this video is going to be perfect for you. Enough bragging about myself. This video is going to be perfect for you if you're a young man who's having ambitions and desires to, be successful and get what you want. You want to be the best at everything you touch. You want to be good in the money department, the fitness, faith, relationships, etc. And this video is also going to be perfect for you if you're not looking for something that's going to make you millions overnight. And so as a beginner, I had to realize that I'm not going to make $1 million my first year, but I want to make 5 to 10K per month. And then eventually I can make the millions later. And so you want to just make 5 to 10K per month right now so you can leave your job or college or whatever, go all in on that one thing, and then make millions down the line later on. You're also probably tired of the education system or the matrix or the rat race or whatever you call it. And you have this innate awareness that you've essentially been lied to your entire life and brainwashed into thinking that living a safe and comfortable life where you go to college, work a job, save your money, get a mortgage, put your money in a 401k, all of this stuff, it's not to say that it doesn't work, it's just less and less effective every single time, and it's not the only way. You're also probably tired of opening social media and getting flexed on every single day. And I'm sorry I had to do it at the start to catch your attention, but you open Instagram and you see people younger than you and probably honestly dumber than you making more money than you, and it probably pisses you off a little bit. You also are somebody who wants to change lives, transcend humanity, and actually leave a positive impact on this planet and change lives. You're tired of jumping from business model to business model, trying to make it work and realizing that you're making next to no progress in almost any of them, and you're ready to just stick to one thing that's actually going to produce results for you. And you're tired of watching videos like this, honestly. You're tired of watching videos that teach you how to make money online or talk about some new opportunity or whatever, but still finding yourself in the same situation stuck months later. And I'm going to show you how to fix it in this video. In fact, if you resonated with any of these first 7 here, my promise for this video is I want this to be the video that you go back to a couple months or a couple years down the line and you think back to yourself and you're like, oh shit, that was the video that changed my life. That's my goal for this video. And in this video, I'm going to be covering the following. Number 1, I'm going to be answering the question that everybody loves to ask, but it's really not that complicated, of what truly is the best business model. And I'm going to do it in a way without giving you one of these like stupid ass charts that talks about like demand and startup capital and demand and all this stuff. Like none of that BS. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how 99.9% of internet gurus are deceiving you and what they actually do to make their money. And I'm going to show you exactly what they're doing, not what they're saying. And it'll be abundantly clear to you what the best business model truly is. That's going to make so much sense, especially if you're a complete beginner. And then after covering that, I'm going to share with you how after having a dark realization, which is what I'll share with you in step 1, it allowed me to hit 10K per month in 8 months of doing this and explode much further beyond that after those 8 months. And I know you probably don't care too much about my story, but it's important that I share it with you. And it's going to be so relatable to where you're currently at right now that you won't mind watching my story and getting flexed on a little bit. And then lastly, after going through that, I'm going to give you a brief walk through on exactly what you need to actually do to get started. So enough yapping. I want to make the path to ultimate freedom so abundantly clear for you in this video, so that this will be one of the last videos in regards to how to make money that you ever have to look up or watch. Now, before I get into it, I need to make something abundantly clear. This video will not contain any edits. You might hear me mess up, you might hear me stutter. This video will not contain edits. If you're looking for the next shiny opportunity, the next thing that'll promise you the next business model, or the next dopamine style video that has enough jump cuts to please your brain so that you stick around and watch it. If you're looking for that, just get off this video now. I won't be offended, and I understand. And keep staying stuck. The reality is, if you're looking for that stuff still, you haven't gone through enough pain and you haven't matured enough to watch a more boring video that is a little bit more boring but actually works. And there's plenty of influencers out there that love to do this style where they create videos and they edit them an insane amount and they have the perfect title and the thumbnail and all that stuff. And they're just looking to make as much money as possible without actually helping you. So they would love your money. Go watch their stuff. Once you go through enough pain, failing with that, then come back to me and realize that this is the legit stuff. Cool? Cool. So first things first, what actually is the best business model? Instead of answering this question by comparing all these different other business models like most people would do, here's the reality. Every business model works. Dropshipping works, SMMA works, selling your own info product works, doing remote sales works, doing copywriting works, starting your own e-com brand works. They all work. Here's the issue though. All of these people telling you to do all these different business models, they all actually run the same exact business. Have you ever looked at what these people actually do behind the scenes? Well, I have, because I actually know a lot of them. The reality is, they all actually run the same exact business. In most cases though, they're telling you to do a different one on social media though, and they're not telling you to do the one that they actually do behind the scenes. So what do I actually mean? Well, they'll tell you to go do copywriting. They'll tell you to go do dropshipping. They'll tell you to do all this stuff. They all run the same business. And that business is to build an audience on social media and then monetize it with some sort of digital product. This is what they're doing. And the reality is a good amount of them actually stopped the business model that they teach to just do more of that. So instead of, they'll teach you dropshipping, but they don't even do dropshipping anymore. Right? Now, understanding this, so this is the best business model because everyone is actually doing it behind the scenes and they don't push it because they don't want more competition. There's just one problem though. If you understand that this is the best business model to create your own course and monetize it by creating content on social media, or to create your own coaching program or service or whatever, if you understand that that's the best business model, the problem is, and this is what I faced in the beginning, in order to create a digital product, you need to be an expert in a subject. You need to actually be good at something. So for example, if you were like a top tier bodybuilder, you could create an Instagram account or a YouTube channel on how to get in shape. And then you could offer coaching. Boom. You can make a lot of money like that. Same thing for like relationships. If you know a lot about relationships, you can teach that and you can offer a community or coaching. Same with like business models. If you know how to make money, you can offer coaching. You can offer assistance. You can offer a course. But the big thing is you have to have that expertise. And the reality is most beginners at making money online are not experts in a subject yet. If you were, great, you can stop watching this video right now and you should know exactly what to do by not listening to what people say, but watching what they do. However, most beginners are not experts in making money online yet, and this actually provides a unique opportunity for you. Because here's the reality. To run a successful business, there are multiple skills involved to make it work. So for example, you need to be good at paid ads. You need to be good at creating content. You need to be good at sales. You need to be good at building a team, taxes, client success, operations, and much, 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 much more. So if we understand that creating content and monetizing an audience with a digital product is the best business model, but we can't do it yet because we're not an expert, what should we be focusing on? And this is the question you should be asking yourself. What you need to be doing instead is you need to go out, you need to work with one of these entrepreneurs, and you need to work with them to help them make more money. This is the only way. And what happens here is it's going to create a win-win scenario, because you can build your skill sets and your experience, and you can make 5 to 10K per month working with that business owner, all without previous experience or a college degree. And then what happens after doing that for a little bit, after a few months down the line, or maybe even a few years down the line, you can use all those skills that you developed, you can use all that experience and all that money and all that capital to then start your own business. And this is what most people just get wrong. They look into things like drop shipping. That's a business. SMMA, that's a business. Where there's multiple different pieces required to be good at to make it work. The reality is, if instead you just realize that this is too complicated for beginners, I'm just going to go in, work with another business, help them, build my skill, and then you can do whatever you want down the line when you're already making 5, 10, 20K per month. Dropshipping, SMMA, and things like that are great business models when you actually know what you're doing. Okay? So with that being said, and I want to share this with you because I think it's important. So when I talk about going in and helping another business grow and helping them make more money, the easiest way to do this is to focus on just one thing, which is sales. And this is exactly what I did. And this is actually a picture of me. This is at 19 years old. I'm 22 now. This is me closing a $4,000 deal with a chick that ended up paying us $4,000. It's insane. So I collected $4,000 doing sales for a business that I was working in, closing this woman here. And at the time, I was socially awkward. I literally looked like a baby, and I still kind of do. I hadn't had a haircut in like 3 months. Like, my hair is insane. I had the bed in my background. I was literally in my parents' basement. You can see like the basement like ceiling here. And so I say this not to make fun of myself, but to show you that, you might be a little bit scared of the concept of helping a business make more money. But the reality is it's not actually that difficult. And this is me doing it, and I wasn't like a genius or anything either. So with that being said, what's required? Well, you need to have a good work ethic. And this is the reality. Because if you're just going to be a lazy piece of shit, honestly, just get off this video right now. And instead, I want you to just go look up right now on YouTube. If you want to do things the easy way or the lazy way, just go on YouTube right now. And this is a challenge for you. Look up how to make money the easy way. And like, you'll see a bunch of videos like this where they're like sitting back in their fucking chairs, like saying that making money online is easy. It's easy to make $100 a day, dude. No way. It's so bad. And then go actually watch like some of these videos, and you'll realize that it's all bullshit. And you can also go and pay for their courses and try the business model they're talking about and realize that it's bullshit. But once you get to a certain point, you're going to realize that it's bullshit, and then you can come back to me and watch my stuff, and then finally be ready to put in the work. So work ethic of a dog. Don't start something like this thinking that it's going to be easy. As well, a high school level of how to communicate with people. So while I wasn't like a genius here, I knew how to at least kind of talk to people a little bit. And so as long as you have a high school level of being able to talk to people and actually have a conversation with people, then this will be perfect for you. And you're ready to level up. You're sick of where you're at in life, and you're ready to make changes. That is the requirement that you need in order to make something like this work. So with that being said, now I want to kind of transition into my story. And how does this apply? What actually changed for me when I decided to do this, and all of that fun stuff. So this is me now again. I got a couple more pictures in here that I didn't share earlier. This is me in Mexico on that 6-week trip that I was scuba diving in that I talked about earlier with all the guys that I hung out with. This is Ben, this is Alex, Josh, and we were all either working in online businesses or running online businesses at the time. And so we had this Airbnb in Mexico. And literally every single day we would just like wake up at like 6 a.m., just grind. And then by like 2 p.m. every single day, then we were done with our work and we just did shit the rest of the day. It was pretty awesome. Again, I usually just like sit here and work all day. This is where I live now. This is one of our students, Michelle, who hit 10K per month using the information that we taught. $800 on steaks, dogs, Key West. This is my student James, who in October actually hit 14K in a month, which is insane. He said he stopped counting after 10. Imagine making so much money that you can literally just stop caring about it. That's what you want to get to, right? That's what freedom really means to me. And then this is a consulting business that I was running at the time with my business partner that hit 55K in a single month. So, and as well, like this is something that I personally believe in, like flexing cars and watches. It's just kind of cringe, man. Like that shit is like kind of cool for like a week or maybe a month, but then it's just all the same stuff. What we really want as humans is we want freedom. And hopefully I can exemplify this in the pictures that I've chosen of having the financial freedom, which is important, but also having the time and location freedom. You don't have a boss that you have to look up to and he tells you what to do every single day. Like you can make your own decisions and you can work whenever you want. Like there are days where I feel like shit and sometimes it takes me until 2 p.m. to get going. But then I still get everything I need to done, right? So this is me now, but it wasn't always like this. I grew up in a middle-class family, great parents, average life. And so everyone loves to tell you about some rags to riches story. Oh, I was homeless before, I had no money, and I ended up being rich billionaire now. That wasn't the case for me. Grew up in a middle-class family. I had great parents, but the problem with growing up in the middle class is that it's a breeding grounds for complacency. It's literally a breeding grounds for making people just go down this average life path. And so I realized that I had to break out of this. Right around the age of 18, I started getting this insane desire to be great. I wanted everything. And I started seeing people on social media as I was just like doom scrolling between the ages of 18 to 30, making ridiculous amounts of money online. And at first, the first thing that I thought when I saw all this is I was like, dude, this is all just a scam. But very quickly, I realized that these people had exactly what I wanted. They had the money. And me acting like this and saying that it's all a scam, that's not going to get me any closer to my goals. And so instead of just doing that shit all day, which is what people do, a lot of people just say like scam whenever making money gets brought up. Saying that isn't going to put you any closer to your goal, which you still want to make money. And so I ended up actually trying stuff. I was like, okay, fine, I'll actually try stuff. I tried a little bit of drop shipping, a little bit of affiliate marketing, a little bit of SMMA as well, Etsy drop shipping, etc. And what ended up happening for me is I kind of failed over and over again. I found a little bit of traction in some stuff, but it wasn't anything too great at the time. And I ended up basically jumping from business model to business model. And the problem again is I didn't know how to actually run a business myself. And then I had a dark realization. And this is what I talked about earlier in this video, but again, all these people telling you to do different business models, they're running the same business. They're creating content, selling some sort of product. And if we understand that that's the best business model, but we can't do it yet, instead what you need to go in is you need to go in and work with another one of these kind of businesses, help them, and basically help them grow. And that's exactly what I did. And I made a plan. And I said this to myself, literally. I said, I'm going to learn the fundamentals of sales, and then I'm going to go into a business looking to grow, and I'm going to help them try to grow. Worst case, didn't cost me anything. So like worst case, you just have a business owner that like fires you, which that happens in the real world all the time. Best case scenario, I change my fucking life. And then when I make money and I get experience, I'm going to also see how they run their business. And when I help them grow, I'm going to get good reputation, and I can use all of that to eventually start my own digital product when I'm an expert. This was my exact plan. And after sticking to it and after doing it for a little bit of time, my life changed completely. Again, like I said, like I showed you guys earlier here. This was all in the course of like 2 years. And then after going through that myself, changing my life myself, I began teaching other people how to do the same exact thing. And things took off. Judge booking calls for his client. Wayne landing a new client. James making 13, 14K in a month, maybe even more than that. And so then the question just becomes, how do you get started? And so if you've watched this video and you're like, Trevor, this was extremely valuable. You've changed so many beliefs that I've had about making money, or, you know, about the online guru or education space or whatever. And you see the value in getting help. You just don't want to invest into some dog shit course that doesn't actually teach you anything. Well, I have a unique opportunity for you, because I currently run a one-on-one coaching program right now where I work with people like yourself, usually young men between the ages of like 18 to 30, sometimes a little younger, sometimes a little older, just depends. And I help you go through this exact same process that I shared with you in this video. And then more importantly, I show you how to get started with info product sales, which is exactly what I did to find success and exactly what I'm helping my students already with. And I basically help you guys with that in the one-on-one coaching program. And so if you've watched this video and you're like, Trevor, this was extremely valuable, I want to work with you, I love what you're talking about, etc., then what I'd love to offer you the ability to do is, in the description, I have a link, and what it'll take you to is it'll take you to my calendar where you can book a call with myself, not some random dude from a third world country that you don't even know about. You'll book that call with me. And on that call with me, I'm going to do a couple things. First off, I'm going to ask you some questions, and I'm going to get a good idea of where you're at right now and also where you're going to get to, because I got to figure out first if I can even help you. And then if I can, based on what we talk about, then I'll run you through a little bit more about what it would look like to work with me on a one-on-one level, so that I can help you start making money online with info product sales and get to the point where you have ultimate freedom, where you have the financial freedom to spend money on shit without having to worry about the price, where you have the time freedom, you can set your own hours, you can build your own schedule, and you have the location freedom. You can go work in Mexico for a month, you can go work in Europe for a month, you can go work wherever you want, really, as long as it's not too expensive. And so if you're interested in hearing a little bit more about that, what you can do right now, I'd love to invite you to book a call with myself, where again, I can see if I can even help you. And then after that, I'll run you through a little bit more about what I do and how I can help you specifically. But other than that, hopefully you guys got some value out of this video, and hopefully this was able to reverse a lot of beliefs that you have about the make money online space. And you guys take care and have an absolutely fantastic rest of your day.